On September 28, shellings by Russian military killed 6 and injured 4 people in Donetsk region, reported Pavlo Kyrylenko, the head of the Donetsk Regional Military Administration. 2 people were killed in Toretsk and 1 in each of the following: Bakhmut, Pivnichne, Blagodatne and Mykolaiv. From the start of the full-scale Russian invasion, 901 people have been killed and 2,271 wounded in Donetsk region. It is impossible to determine the accurate number of victims in Mariupol and Volnovakha. Alexander Honcharenko, the head of the city military administration of Kramatorsk, announced that on the afternoon of September 29, the Russian military launched 4 missile strikes on Kramatorsk. At least 10 people were injured. Kramatorsk was hit by 4 rocket strikes. It is already known about 10 wounded. High-rise buildings, infrastructure and private homes were damaged. All relevant services are working in place, he said. On the night of September 29, Russian army attacked Dnipro with missiles. 3 people were killed, including 1 child, said Valentin Reznichenko, the head of the Dnipropetrovsk Regional Military Administration. According to him, 5 other people were wounded, including a girl aged 12. A few houses were totally destroyed. The rescuers are clearing the ruins and searching for people. Children are also likely to be under the debris, the official wrote. More than 60 detached houses and a few apartment buildings were damaged in the city, as well as a market, buses, cars and power lines. In addition to Dnipro, the Russians shelled Nikopolsky district from Grad rocket launchers and heavy artillery. In Nikopol, industrial infrastructure was damaged. In Chervonogorivska Hromada, 10 detached houses, utility structures and vehicles were damaged, Mr. Reznichenko noted. On the night of September 29, Russian troops shelled Mykolaiv once again. The sirens went off twice during the night. At around 2:33 a.m., the city residents heard blasts, Mayor Alexander Sienkiewicz reported. According to him, the city has destructions in civil facilities, namely a museum and educational institution. The mayor also showed the remains of the missile that struck Mykolaiv. The Mykolaiv Regional Military Administration reported that allegedly the city had been attacked by an S-300 missile. It hit an open area, no victims. The blast wave damaged a museum and educational facility, said Dmytro Pletenchuk, press officer of the Mykolaiv Regional Military Administration. Another missile strike downtown. An education facility was damaged. This time it was the Belden College. Here is how a classroom looks like. In addition, a museum in the center of the city was damaged. Thus, the enemy is trying to ruin everything he cannot reach. Natalia Pesotska is a teacher at the Center for Social and Psychological Rehabilitation of Children in Chernihiv. She has been working in this center for 25 years, since the first day of its opening. Here she takes care of children who find themselves in difficult life circumstances. When the full-scale invasion began, Natalia went to work. At that time, there were 29 children in the center. They covered the floor because it is an ordinary cellar for storing vegetables. We don't want war. On March 2, Natalia took her shift, and on March 4, the territory of the center was shelled. The panes in most of the windows were blown out. Shrapnel pierced the facade. At that moment, the teachers and children were in the basement. The rocket hit the closed sewer shaft and exploded there. It was dangerous to stay in the center any longer, so the management took the pupils to the nearby church, the Trinity Monastery. The woman took her son and daughter with her. Here they were all accommodated in a small room. Natalia and her children stayed here for 11 days until the water and heating were turned off in the church. There were 11 small children, 5 of them wore diapers, and when the water was turned off, we put a bucket in a corner for the night. I couldn't bear it any longer, because we had lice, and I took the children and ran with them under the bullets to the center and shaved them there. On March 18, Natalia boarded the evacuation bus with the children. They went 10 hours from Chernihiv to Kyiv. When we were living, we did not see any corridor. It was just a police car and 2 policemen with machine guns, and there were more than 10 buses of people. The fields were smoking, there were cruise missiles in the fields, and the roads were going up and down, and the children started vomiting because it was a rough road. At Kyiv railway station, volunteers put them on the nearest train to Ivano-Frankivsk.
Дуже страшно було, знаєте, аби не
It was very scary not to lose the children, because the station was not lit and each adult child was already given a small child to hold their hand tightly. In Ivano-Frankivsk, a woman and 31 children were met and settled in one of the Carpathian sanatoriums.
там нічого не розбите.
Nothing is broken there, no shots are fired, people are walking, coffee shops are open, people are sitting on benches, resting. After 3 months, the woman returned home. Her colleagues went to the Ivano-Frankivsk region to visit the children. The rehabilitation center was damaged during the hostilities and is not working.